Now, your dad.
Yes.
That was a really interesting episode. You go on the road trip with your dad.
Yes.
You are a shitty driver of Winnebagos or whatever.
Yeah, I crashed the car.
Yes, you did. But there's a moment where you're having a really deep conversation and your dad says, why are we doing this here in front of the cameras?
Yeah.
How did he then react to the episode?
Nervously. The thing about my dad, so you see in the episode, once I start asking him a lot of questions that I've always wanted to know since I was a kid, he closes his eyes and he says, I knew it. I knew it. Right?
Okay.
And I'm like, well, if you knew it, we could have had this talk at any point.
Right.
I know why I'm having it on camera, because I'm afraid to have it without the camera. I need an excuse.
Yeah.
He knew it was coming. It's like he could have easily ended that. He could have said, it could have been a phone call.
Yeah.
Hey, son, I know there's some things we want to talk about. I'm open.
Right.
Here we are. Let's have the conversation. He didn't want to have it either. He's afraid too. We're both two scared men, afraid to talk about real things.
Yes.
And the cameras helped.
Yeah.
They helped me.
Listen, that is also a trope on The Housewives where it has forced. One of the byproducts has been positive, where sometimes they'll say, this forced me to have a conversation. I'm thinking of Nicole on The Housewives of Miami, who had a terrible relationship with her dad. And the cameras being there forced them to deal with a lot of shit in their past, and they wound up going to therapy together. And he wound up passing away, and she was like, I'm so grateful that I had the last couple of years with him.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That was my fear. My fear was like, I don't want to lose you and never have these conversations or never even attempt. And wow.
It's interesting.
I'm in good company. Like I want to do the genre proud.
Well, no, you're doing I respect the fact that look, you could have done 2 shows. You could have done a comedic, this is me on the road, and it's funny, and it's hanging out with comedians and hanging out with my friends.
Yeah.
And who I don't have a date to the Emmys, but make it a comedy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you did, I don't have a date to the Emmys, let's find guys on Grindr and make it real.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that very much.